Oke, video ini sebenarnya lebih ke untuk pribadi saya ya, untuk saya nonton gitu. Dan kemudian saya mau buat comparison gitu, perbandingan antara saya pakai AI ngobrol, speaking pakai pakai AI Copilot, terus kemudian saya pakai ChatGPT, terus kemudian pakai Gemini. Bedanya apa sih? Sehingga nanti saya bisa melihat sendiri. Oh, jadi sebenarnya dari beberapa kali saya pakai, sebenarnya saya lebih cenderung lebih suka pakai Copilot, tapi permasalahan dengan Copilot kadang sering suka lemot gitu. Sementara kalau pakai yang lain sepertinya kalau ChatGPT paling ini sih, paling apa? Paling cepat gitu. Tapi nggak apa-apa, sekarang kita akan coba pakai ChatGPT ya. Dan juga saya lagi nyobain pengen berlatih British accent, jadi saya coba pilih yang ChatGPT pakai British accent. Oke, kita langsung coba aja ya. Hello ChatGPT, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. How's it
Okay.
going?
How is it going? What should I reply with that question?
You can keep,
Okay, keep going, keep going.
sure, you could say something like, I'm doing great, thanks for asking. How about you? It's a nice, easygoing response.
Okay, I'm doing great. Other than that people are usually use it, like native English speakers are usually using it when they've been asked like, "How's it going?"
Absolutely, it's a very common and casual way to respond. It's also a nice way to keep the conversation going and show that you're interested in the other person as well.
So is it just I'm good for that kind of question?
Yeah, exactly. I'm good or I'm fine works perfectly as well. It's short, sweet, and gets the point across.
But if I'm not feeling good at that moment, what should I say?
In that case, you can be honest, but keep it simple. You could say something like, I've been better, or I'm having a tough day. It lets the other person know without going into too much detail.
Okay. What about not much? What does that mean when I say when somebody asks how's it going and they reply with not much? What does that mean?
When someone says not much in response to how's it going, it usually means that nothing significant or exciting is happening. It's a casual way of saying everything's pretty normal or quiet.
Okay. Okay, let's go on to another topic. I think I might I'm interested in learning the British accent. And I was just wondering how many accents are there in the UK? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
The UK has a
Okay, just keep going.
sure thing. There are quite a lot of accents in the UK, and it's tough to put an exact number on them because they vary by region, even within cities. But there are definitely dozens of distinct accents, from the Cockney accent to Scouse, Geordie, Yorkshire, and many more.
Okay, can you use the Cockney accent?
Absolutely, I can do that for you. If you have any specific phrases you'd like me to say in a Cockney accent, just let me know.
Is there any specific? Is there any famous phrase from the Cockney accent?
Oh, absolutely. One of the most famous phrases is apples and pears, which means stairs. They also love a bit of rhyming slang like trouble and strife or wife. It's quite fun.
Apple and stare. Is it?
Close. It's apples and pears for stairs. So you might say, I'm just popping up the apples and pears. It's a bit of a quirky bit of rhyme.
Wait. I'm just popping up. I'm just popping up. I'm just popping up.
That's it. You can say, I'm just popping up the apples and pears, and it means you're going upstairs. It's a fun little piece of Cockney slang.
Oh, so when somebody said I'm just popping out the apple and pears, it means like it's going upstairs.
Exactly, you've got it. It's a charming bit of slang that adds a character to the conversation. If you ever want to practice more phrases, just let me know.
Okay. Uh, what kind of accent do you use right now?
Right now, I'm using a general English accent, kind of a neutral one. But if you want me to switch to a specific accent, like the Cockney one or any other, just let me know.
Like other than Cockney?
I can definitely do a variety of accents. For example, I can use a Scottish accent, an Irish accent, an Australian accent, or even a Southern American accent.
No, no,
Just let
no.
me
From the
know which one.
UK. From the UK.
Got it. I'll stick to a UK accent then. If there's any specific regional accent you're interested in, just let me know, and I'll be happy to give it a go.
Okay. So I've been thinking about but it's really hard to master a British accent because actually I'm not familiar with the British accent, and I just try to mimic your voice, and I think the more we have conversations, the more I will try to hear it to familiarize me with your accent, and I try to mimic your accent, but not quite close right now.
That's a great approach. It definitely takes time and practice, and you're already making good progress. I'm here to help whenever you need, and we'll
Uh,
get you sounding more and more natural over time.
are there any suggestion for me from you to learn the accent?
Absolutely. One of the best things you can do is listen to native speakers as much as possible, like watching British shows, movies, or even listening to British podcasts. You can also practice repeating phrases out loud and paying attention to the intonation and rhythm. And of course, I'm always here to give you feedback.
What about the Luke English podcast? Do you know him? Hello.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Okay. Yeah. Keep going.
Sure, Luke's English podcast is a fantastic resource for learning English, especially if you're interested in British accents. He covers a wide range of topics in a very engaging and humorous way, so it's definitely a great choice for practice.
What kind of British accent do? What kind of British accent does Luke use? Is it really? I don't know. What kind of British accent does Luke have? Is it correct?
You phrased that really well. Luke's accent is often described as a sort of neutral Southern English accent, a bit like what you'd hear in London, but not too strong. It's quite clear and easy to understand, which makes it perfect for learners.
Southern? You just said Southern? London? What?
Yes, that's right. It's a Southern English accent, similar to what you'd hear in London, but it's not overly strong. It's quite clear and neutral, which is great for understanding and learning.
Okay, what you just said like not really strong. Uh, strong. Can you describe strong in this context? Strong, like the strong accent in the UK. Can you give me an example?
Of course, when I say a strong accent, I mean one that's very distinct and has a lot of unique features. For example, a Scouse accent from Liverpool is.
A Scouse. Okay, a Scouse accent. Okay, a Scouse accent. What about that accent? A Scouse accent.
The Scouse accent is from Liverpool, and it's quite unique and lively. It has a distinct melody and some specific sounds that set it apart from other accents. It can be a bit tricky to mimic, but it's definitely fun to listen to.
Can you replicate the Scouse accent? Can you do the Scouse accent?
I can certainly give it a try. The Scouse accent has a very distinct and musical tone. If you'd like me to say something in that accent, just let me know and I'll do my best.
Okay, you just use Scouse accent when talking to me right now.
do my best to switch it up. If you have any specific phrases you'd like to hear in the Scouse accent, just let me know.
Are there any famous phrase in this Scouse accent?
One of the most famous phrases associated with the Scouse accent is the greeting, "All right, la," which is our friendly way of saying hello. It's a lovely warm accent.
All right there, is it?
You've got it. It's "All right, la," and it's a super common and friendly greeting.
All right there, I heard that many times. So it's a Scouse accent. All right there, like that.
Exactly, you've got it spot on. It's a really warm and welcoming way to greet someone. Great job.
Okay, another phrase from a Scouse accent.
Sure thing. Another common phrase is sound, which basically means something is good or okay. So if someone says, "I'll see you later," you can just reply with sound. It's a nice, easy one to remember.
Sound like safe and sound.
Exactly. It's got that same idea of something being good or reliable. It's a great bit of Spiao slang, and it's really handy in conversation.
Okay, so I've been thinking about trying to mimic, but it's really hard, Like the R of the British accent is not really quite clear. Like father, instead of in the American accent, you said father, like that. It is still hard for me to pronounce that R kind of thing. What do you think?
I completely get that. The differences in vowel sounds can be quite subtle. And
Quite what? Quite what? Wait, quite what?
I was saying that the differences in vowel sounds can be quite subtle.
Quite subtle. Okay, quite subtle. Okay, keep going.
Absolutely. With a bit of consistent practice, you'll definitely get more comfortable with those subtle differences. And I'm always here to help you along the way.
Okay, because it is already like 10 minutes. I will just stop here. And because I've been thinking about just practicing for 10 minutes every single day with you using the ChatGPT to improve my English. Because I have no one to speak to, considering like I don't have native English speakers friends. So I'll just use you to keep me practice spoken English.
Got it. I'm more than happy to help with that, and we'll make great progress together. Just let me know whenever you're ready for the next session.
Okay, so I think that's all good for now. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And
I'm
I'll
glad to help.
see. Okay, you're very welcome. I forgot the other phrase for it. You're very welcome. You're most. Oh, I forgot. I will try. You're most welcome, or you're very welcome. It's a phrase that's new to me. That's been said by the Copilot AI agent to me, and I forgot.
No worries at all. The phrase is "you're very welcome," and another way to say it is "you're most welcome." Both are perfectly fine and polite. And you're doing great with these phrases, so no stress at all.
Okay, thank you very much. Talk to you soon, and bye now.
Thank you. Talk to you soon, and have a great day.
So no stress at all. Okay. Jadi tuh kan kalau ChatGPT itu lebih kayak apa ya? Dia nggak ngerti deh. Dia lebih lama-lama ngebosenin gitu. Karena nadanya selalu turun, selalu turun, selalu turun, kayak gitulah.